Silicon Valley is engaged in an expensive war of attrition. Top investors are pouring billions into saturated markets, fighting brutally over marginal AI gains. But while the industry fixates on the same affluent demographics, a massive economic engine is operating completely out of view: the daily transactional habits of the bottom 90% of the global south. This is the exact territory Binary Labs occupies. They've built Aria, a proprietary AI brain that exclusively owns and operates on this emerging market data layer. The next wealth creation event in tech won't come from engineering a slightly more conversational chatbot. It comes from monopolizing the base behavioral data of the fastest-growing economies on Earth. To understand Aria's scale, look at their timeline. Operations began in February 2026. Yet today, this system already commands 384 million monthly active users. Users generated $3.2 million in year-to-date revenue at a 30% EBITDA margin. They are raising a $3 million round on a $30 million safe. The round is de-risked by a $1 million anchor commitment from an Abu Dhabi royal office. Standard startup logic dictates a long, deep phase of cash burn before reaching global scale and profitability. We have to ask how a newly launched AI infrastructure company completely bypassed that phase. Aria functions through an underlying infrastructure layer called Binary OS, which allows the system to bypass the traditional fight for App Store visibility and individual downloads. Binary OS is embedded inside the applications of 16 major partners, spanning 10 countries, including heavyweights like Telkomsel, Globe, Ethiotel, and MTN. Through these partnerships, the system captures over 100 behavioral facts per user daily, feeding that raw intelligence back into the Aria brain. This reveals the financial engine draining that 30% margin. Because the users are already active inside these partner ecosystems, Binary Labs acquires them at an absolute zero incremental customer acquisition cost. Every single data point captured flows immediately into high-margin revenue, bypassing the massive marketing debt that typically suffocates consumer tech. Capturing data is one thing, but making it useful at a global scale requires a specific technological moat. For Aria, that moat is cross-market benchmarking. The system processes signals from consumers in Indonesia and Nigeria using identical definitions, standardizing disparate regional habits into a single format. This maps the earning, spending, and repayment habits of the unbanked 90%, a massive demographic completely invisible to traditional credit scoring systems. This cross-border intelligence is rare. Traditional lenders desperately need this behavioral signal to issue credit, and the walled Aria is a centralized AI brain powering 5 distinct revenue engines. The Aria widget engages users. The BOS data exchange sells raw intelligence. The BNNI layer predicts behavior. Atlas provides a decision tool for partners, and a fleet of AI agents can be directly licensed. By separating the intelligence layer from the product layer, Binary Labs takes the exact same raw data and monetizes it 5 different ways, extracting maximum value from 5 entirely different classes of enterprise customers. When you combine zero-cost distribution with 5 parallel revenue streams, the result is a mathematically de-risked, aggressive growth trajectory. Look at this chart. Binary Labs targets $15 million in 2026 total revenue, with roughly $4.5 million in EBITDA. 21 new telecom and digital wallet partners currently onboarding anchor these projections in near-term reality. The traditional risk of finding product-market fit is already behind them. The company has entered a phase of contracted, highly predictable infrastructure scaling. It is exceedingly rare to find an entry point into a highly profitable AI company operating at a scale of 384 million users, especially at a $30 million post-money cap. Backed by a specialized parent group and led by seasoned operators, the Binary Labs team has figured out exactly how to map advanced AI to the next 3 billion consumers. With a lead investor secured and operations rapidly expanding, the window on this $3 million safe is closing quickly. The infrastructure is already built, the data is flowing, and the opportunity to own the behavioral layer of the emerging world is on the table right now.